Hey everyone, this is Andy Hall. You are watching the Best Advice Ever, the show where awesome people come on and tell you the best advice they ever got. Today, we have as a guest Leighann Lord. She is a comedian, 25 years experience in the field. You may have seen or heard her on StarTalkRadio with Neil de Grasse Tyson. She has been on a gaggle of comedy shows on the television, and she is, of course, the author of several humor books, but one, Real Women Do It Standing Up, stories from the career of a funny, very, very funny lady.
Very funny.
And of course, she was also the 2019 Humanist Arts Awardee. Leighann Lord, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me on. This is fun. Or I hope it will be.
We actually talked 2 or 3 years ago when you were on the Naked Dine podcast.
Yes.
And that was it seems like a lifetime ago. And maybe for the internet, it was a lifetime ago. I'm not sure.
For the internet, yesterday was a lifetime ago.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. It's very fast, and I'm having a harder and harder time keeping up, and not sure that I always want to be honest with you.
It is difficult to stay on top of the tech and the memes and the zeitgeist in general.
Yes. I've got the zeit, not the geist part, maybe.
Very good. Very good. So talk about the best advice you ever got.
Okay, first of all, this is a seemingly deceptively simple question. And it's really, really not, because I'm thinking, and the different pieces of advice resonate at different points in your life. So trying to sort of pick one that overall suffices, or I guess maybe just suffices for now, is it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, which is the total reason why my handbag is so gigantic and heavy, because I carry everything that I think I'm going to possibly need. This is why I'm not a light packer. This is why I have to check my luggage. But always throughout my day or at the end of my destination, I'm always glad that I have something, rather than going wanting. That makes me uncomfortable. And so that piece of advice has resonated with me for my entire life.
And who told you that advice?
I always want to credit my parents with it, but I'm not sure if this was really, I don't think this was my dad. My dad sometimes was a more winging it kind of dude. It was either my mom or honestly something I got from the Girl Scouts, because I was a brownie and a junior Girl Scout, and they were always about being prepared, which I guess also resonated with the type of person that I am. So that's the nearest I can draw as to where I got it.
I remember watching Doctor Who, the fourth Doctor, Tom Baker, when I was a kid.
Oh, you go back to Tom Baker, okay.
I go back to Tom Baker because I'm old. I'm an old guy. And
you're a seasoned gentleman.
I seasoned. Mildewy, moldy. I don't know if those are really seasons or not.
It's all about packaging, sir. It's all about packaging.
I like that. So, but he always had pockets.
Yes.
And able to get things from those pockets.
Yes.
And I always thought that was really cool to have.
Yeah. Well, that's actually one of the reasons why when they make women's clothing with pockets, particularly a woman's dress or a jacket, and there are functioning pockets, it is just joyous, because honestly, they don't think of us. Think of how important pockets are to, put a cell phone in or something. You guys, you have it already. You take it for granted. So yes,
pockets. It is partly the tyranny of the patriarchy that women do not have a lot of.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, everything's tyranny of the patriarchy. Yawn. Yeah. That's the default reason for everything, right?
It is. Yeah.
I mean,
colors and different shades.
I laugh because it's true, but yes, you're right. Different shades of oppression. Right. Totally.
So was there a time that you really needed something and you actually had it with you?
Oh, gosh, yeah. I feel like that happens all the time. I have a weird thing in my bag. I have a crummer.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, if you go to, upscale restaurants, there's always a gentleman that will come and he'll clean off your table. And what he cleans your table off with is a crummer. That's what that tool is called. And I'm so particular and, workaholic, control freak, perfectionist that I have my own crummer in my bag at all times. Now, this is not necessarily something that I would use at an upscale restaurant, because that should be done for me. But in Dunkin' Donuts, where people don't clean up after themselves, yes, I'm crumbing my own table. So yeah, I have my crubber, I have a lighter, I always have a pen and a piece of paper, and I'm hard pressed to think of when I haven't been able to reach in my bag and get what I want. My friends tease me and they say I would do really well on The Price is Right. Like, I guess that's how, or let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. Like, do you have this in your bag? Yeah, I do. So.
Well, that's great. So you travel a lot, don't you? Because you're a comedian.
Yeah. Not as much as I used to, but still more than most people. Yeah.
You're right. So I imagine having the necessities close by is very important.
It is. There was a point there where I would travel with my own batteries. And you was like, well, why do you need batteries, Leighann? You get to get batteries on wherever you're going. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, but say you land late. Say you get to the hotel late. It's after 10 o'clock. You didn't stop at a store along the way. And you pick up the remote control, for the TV in your room, and it's not working. Why is it not working? You open it up, the batteries are corroded. You call down to the front desk, and they've never heard of batteries. What is this battery thing you speak of? Or that guy went home. They're locked up. So it's like, that only has to happen one time. Now you carry 2 AA's and 4 AAA's in your bag. And this is how the bag gets heavier and heavier. You see what I mean?
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's one of those weird little travel things that road dogs will go, yeah, I'd do that. So again, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So there must be instances that you're with a group of people or with a friend or associate, and they're looking for something.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, I happen to have that thing that you're looking for.
Oh, yeah. I'm the chick that always has tissues. I've got ibuprofen. I've got a lighter. I don't smoke, but I have a lighter because sometimes candles in dark comedy clubs have to be lit.
Yeah.
And why wait? Because you're at the comics table and the waitresses don't care about you. I know it's a little thing. But I like creating, I take the responsibility for my own comfort rather than waiting for someone else to do it.
I think that's good advice all the way around, taking care, being responsible and taking ownership for your own comfort.
Right. Like I know that I'm always cold and most people aren't. So if I'm comfortable, people are hot. So I always have on a sweater or a scarf, because I know that's me. That's my body temperature. Just, don't inflict that on other people. Just take care of yourself.
Right. Have you given that advice to other people?
Oddly, yes. For people that know that they're always cold, like there's no shame in carrying an extra sweater. Because you wouldn't think to carry it in the summertime, but air conditioning in buildings is brutal. You walk in and it's good for the first 5 minutes, and then after that, you feel like you're in a meat locker. Carry a sweater. It seems like it's common sense, but it's not. It's actually, that was one of the things my mom instilled in me, because when I was little, I didn't, carry that kind of stuff, and she would always carry that extra sweater for me until I got old enough to know to do it for myself. So you just pass the knowledge on.
What's the most common item you think people are looking for but don't have?
A pen. Which I don't understand. I don't understand how you don't have, well, I guess in the digital age, I do get it. You think all you need is your cell phone. No, sometimes you need to sign stuff or you write something down. A tissue, believe it or not, men don't think they have allergies because they're certainly not crying. Or they don't have allergies.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So it's oddly enough the simplest things. Or people that get migraines or get headaches and don't carry medicine. Like, what are you doing? I don't know. I guess they want to buy it fresh every time. I don't know.
Right. They like hearing the freshness seal pop off.
Right. But part of me does get the appeal of not carrying the weight of the world around in your pockets and your bags. Some people like that feeling of going out into the world sort of unencumbered. Mm-hmm. I see it as going out unprepared. I just do.
Yeah, I can see that. Now I imagine you got the big bag for everyday purposes, but you also must have a clutch too, don't you?
I do have smaller bags, and I will say, I mean, I consider them my nightclub bags, know, and I don't nightclub as much as I used to, although I would like to, but then deciding what is my go-to, what goes in that smaller bag is a real angsty decision for me. What can I narrow my life down to in case of emergency? And it actually causes a little bit of anxiety. It's like, because what can I do without? What is my basic? And that's actually tricky for me because I feel like I need everything.
Sure, sure. Well, I imagine the ibuprofen would be in there, right?
No, that I would figure I can buy if I needed it. If I'm
Oh,
going out and it's a clutch situation, there's
mm,
got to be, I figure somebody's got to have it in their bag, or I can get it from someplace. I narrow it down to ID.
ID.
Yeah, lipstick, no mirror, because I'm like, if I'm going someplace and I have a clutch, there's going to be a bathroom with a mirror.
Mm,
Um, Money, make sure I have
money.
cash money.
Like
And
cash, money. People
yeah,
still carry that around.
people
Nice.
still carry it. Sometimes the cloud goes down, people. The cloud goes down. So sometimes you're going to need those little green pieces of paper. You
Right.
certainly have to tip. If you're
Oh, yeah.
going someplace where there still might be, those folks that are in the bathrooms. I forget what you call them.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Those people. Those people.
Yeah,
Sure,
those
sure.
people. No, like the bathroom valet,
The attendant. That's it.
the
The attendant.
attendant. Yes,
The,
the attendant.
that's right. The
Right,
attendants.
right. So yeah, it's what is the least I can move through the world with and feel okay and still dance.
Smart. That's smart. What was the last item that you decided, hey, I should really put this into the big bag? Did you incorporate what was the most recent item that you decided
Well,
this deserves?
recent. Um, hmm. Well, I seem to have more pairs of eyeglasses these days, which is infuriating because I've worn glasses my whole life, and then switched to contact lenses, and the whole deal was, oh yeah, now I can see fine. But now there's this thing of where the computer needs its own set of glasses, and the newspaper, and then if you're driving, that's a different pair of glasses, and it's like, ugh, this is so not sexy. It just makes the bag heavier. So I
Yeah,
think that's probably the most recent addition is my computer eyeglasses. Cuts down on glare, all that supposedly
right.
saving my eyesight. Yeah, however they sell it, I bought it, and that's where we are.
Well, that's some great pieces of advice, Leighann Lord. It's been great having you on the show.
Oh, hun, thank you so much. I hope this helps somebody, be sort of better prepared in life or continue winging it in the comfort of the fact that they're just going to get by because somebody like me will be nearby to lend them
Right.
a pen
I,
or
I think
tissue.
I think all of us wing it to some extent. There has to be some kind of improv, whether we like it or not. But it's easier when you have your own bag of tricks with you.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. The kindness of strangers is not something I try to rely on too often, and it has been there for me, but I don't make it a habit. Mm. But thank you.
Sage words of wisdom. That's what that is.
Andrew,
Do you have
thank
a
you so
TV?
much.
Do you have a TV special coming up?
Oh, yes and no. Like it's coming up. I just don't know when. But I recorded season 5, my special for Dry Bar Comedy. So
Great.
I flew out to Utah, recorded it there. It was amazing. It was so much fun. But I don't know when it'll be out because their sort of production timeline is like 6 months. But
Sure.
from what I understand, they don't have a lot of women in this season, so it might be faster. As soon as I know, the world will know.
How much time did you have?
It's funny. I went out there thinking I had 15 minutes, and I get there like 15 to 20, and they go, "No, it's 25." Okay. So seasoned pro that I am, I whipped out those extra minutes and went to exactly time. So it's about 25 minutes. Whatever they choose to edit down, that's for them. But I did 25 minutes on 2 shows.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Me too.
Well, where can people find you online, Leighann?
Oh, I tend to live at veryfunnylady.com. That's my website. It really is leighanlord.com, but people can't spell Leighann after they've had a couple of drinks or even without a couple of drinks. So Very
Yeah.
Funny Lady is how I direct people to find me, but I'm also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, of course. And yeah, that's where I hang out.
Well, thanks again for coming on.
Thank you.